Well, so tonight I wanted to cover a little bit about cardio. Someone has some questions about like what kind of cardio, what different types of cardio can I do other than running? Marlena, I know you're into running. Kristen, you're out of running for a bit. Natika, how are you doing with your running? I know last year we were, cheering you on with your running. How is that going?
I abandoned the mission. I just decided I hate it. I hate it. It takes nothing for me to find an excuse not to do it, so I abandoned the mission.
Well, I'm proud of you for trying for the short period that you did.
Through of the weeks of couch to 5K, but once I got to that point where it was like, all right, now just run for 25 minutes, I was like, yep, we're done. I don't get here so quickly. I'm not doing that.
Oh, wow. Good job for getting that far. That's awesome. So yeah, running is not a favorite of a lot of individuals, and it's understandable. I have always been a sprinter. I love sprints. I have like the fast twitch muscle fibers. So like I can sprint and I love it, but I am not like a marathon runner. I'm not the long distance runner. My dad used to make me run 5 miles with him when I was younger, and I hated it. I'm like, I will run sprints with you, Dad. Let me run sprints, but I will not do like 5-mile runs. Yeah, he made me do it because I hated it. So I will still run if I must, but is not my first choice of cardio. So I want to talk about cardio tonight because there are other options other than running. And really the definition of cardio is like cardiovascular, right? We know this. So basically anything that gets your heart pumping and your lungs working to where you're breathing heavily, that is cardio. So I'm sure you can think of a lot of different things that get your heart pumping and you breathing hard other than running. So it could be swimming, it could be Zumba, it could be the elliptical, could be rowing, it could be jumping jacks, it could be burpees, it could be a plethora of things. But for some reason, whenever we think of cardio, we automatically go to running. It's like the worst thing ever. But really, it can be whatever you enjoy that is going to get your heart rate up and you breathing hard. And it's really as simple as that. But a lot of people they can't think outside of the box. So I just want to hear from you guys. Like, what is your favorite cardio thing? So when other people watch this, they kind of get some different ideas. So what is your favorite cardio? Marlena, you're a runner, so you probably might say running, but do you have any others that you enjoy to do? No, just running.
I don't really enjoy cardio at all.
Does anyone really enjoy cardio at all?
I do want to know, is there a certain amount of time that you should do cardio?
That's a good question. A lot of people think there's a myth that you have to do like an hour of cardio, but it depends on your intensity. There can be steady state cardio. There could be like low intensity cardio. So it really just kind of depends what your goals are and what you're working on. So let's start with like a steady state cardio. A steady state cardio is where you're keeping your heart rate at a lower level, and you're trying to do it for maybe about 30 to 45 minutes. That could be a nice moderate pace on a bike. It could be a nice moderate pace at a jog to where you can hold a conversation as you're moving along, and you can keep that pace up for about 30 to 45 minutes. That's kind of like a steady state cardio. You could even do fast paced walking to where you're still breathing hard, but you can hold a conversation. Your heart rate is probably at like I think they call it like a level 2. If you look at a chart, it's like the level 2, level 3. And 30 to 45 minutes of that is ideal. If you're looking anything longer than that, honestly, it's great. I mean, it's good for your heart, it's good for your lungs. You'll have good endurance. But anything longer than 30 to 45 minutes, really, I don't think I have to look at I have this book that I'm reading. I'll have to verify, because the book that I'm reading said really like 45 minutes is really kind of all you need. Anything past that is just kind of meh, your choice. You know, there's not really any added benefit. And I'm trying to think if there's, yeah.
So what about hiking?
What about hiking?
Because you're going like uphill, downhill, and all that.
Hiking is good. Hiking is going to be one of those. Yeah. And it depends like at your elevation. So if you're at a higher elevation, you're going to be breathing harder. So you're probably going to get a harder workout at a higher elevation. If going up and down hills is something new for your body, then you're also going to be exerting more energy because it's new and your body's like, what are you doing to me? So can it be counted as cardio? Absolutely. Depending on how high your heart rate ends up going. It could be just considered a low intensity cardio session. I would count it. What else? There's.
How about rowing?
Jump rope.
Jump rope would be cardio. Rowing would definitely be cardio. Definitely jump roping. And again, it depends on your intensity. So let's say like Natika does jump roping. Natika, what's like the longest workout that you do with jump roping?
It's usually no more than 38 minutes. And that's a long one. They're generally about 20, 25 minutes.
So that's a long time for jump roping. But I'm sure do they give you rest periods in there?
Like a Tabata. So you'll do like a minute and then a 15-second break. And then a minute of a different strike of, different type. Like, you know what I mean? Freestyle, boxer step. And in between every single one is a rest.
Gotcha. So all of that is considered like a cardio session. And she's doing it for 38 minutes is the longest. So she's doing some rest periods in between, but it's high intensity. So there also could be like CrossFit. If you've ever done CrossFit, that is more cardio than it is strictly strength, because yes, you may be moving weight, but you're really taxing more of your lungs and your heart versus your muscles, if that makes sense, because you're trying to push by running, by lifting heavy and fast, you're trying to hit a certain time limit. So that is more cardio than it is strength. Your intensity too is going to make a difference too. So I was talking about the low intensity steady state cardio. That's one way you could do it. You could do a more intensified cardio session, but then have rest intervals in between, kind of like what Natika does. So you can also opt for that. Again, anything longer than 40 minutes, I don't personally think it's necessary. It's not really going to add any benefits afterwards. So, so jump rope, rowing, swimming, biking, stationary bike, like Peloton, or the I call it the devil bike, and now I don't even know what the actual bike is. What is the one at CrossFit?
The assault bike.
The assault bike, thank you. The assault, I call it the devil bike. The assault bike. Let's see, what else is there? There's so many different cardio things that we could do. Box step-ups, burpees, box jumps. Yeah, there's so much stuff. You just have to think outside the box when it comes to cardio. Kristen, what's your favorite cardio thing to do?
Usually walking.
Walking.
But I need to figure out some things that I can do with my foot elevated.
Yeah, so you're going to be limited to upper body. Maybe some abs, because you could put your feet up on the chair and like try and touch your knees or your toes, So you could do some ab work.
I could do arm circles.
Do arm circles. Yeah. You could do overhead presses. You could do lateral. You could do bicep curls. Yeah.
Yep. I guess I need to get myself some weights up here by my bed.
Yeah. Yeah, you could totally do, I can't talk. You could totally do upper body stuff while you're letting your toe. And that's the thing, man, your toe. I don't know what the healing, time frame is for a toe, but
I asked the doctor yesterday when I was at patient first, I said, can you give me a basic idea of how long this might take to heal? And he said about 3 weeks.
Mm.
And while it seems like a long time, it's better than 6 to 8 weeks.
very true.
But I'm
It
kind
took
of
long 3 weeks to feel better. Like it may have been healed, but it was still uncomfortable in shoes for 6 to 8 weeks. So
yeah.
I didn't need to keep taping it after 3 weeks, but it definitely had a sensation that prevented certain workouts well beyond.
That is true. Yeah, you're definitely gonna have to be mindful as you're doing different workouts. Like my sister, she broke her toe. She jammed it into a hitch. The hitch was on the ground and she didn't see it. She was walking in the garage and she jammed it into the hitch. Yeah. So she was out for a while. So yeah. So like doing lunges for her, like she had a hard time doing lunges for a while, like any type of pushing off. Yeah, it was no good. Yeah. So at least she didn't stub your toe on a hitch.
Yeah. I was supposed to work every day this week, which is not usual for me. I've already called out up through Wednesday, and I'm thinking I'm probably just going to call out for Thursday and Friday too, just to give my foot time to a good boost of healing.
Yeah.
Because I was on it quite a bit this morning to do my food prep and my laundry, and it definitely caused it to swell up a bit.
Oh yeah, especially since it's so fresh of an incident. So yeah, definitely let that rest a bit. Marlena, did I answer your question on cardio, like the length of time?
Yeah, it did.
Okay. So Marlena likes running, she really doesn't like cardio at all, but she runs. Awesome. Kristen, you said you liked
walking. And if I'd also like to be able to do my kayaking.
Oh, yes. Kayaking is good.
But I don't trust myself with my toe to carry the kayak.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be out for a while.
Yeah. So I'll just have to work on upper body.
So since you guys all said, my personal favorite for cardio is like HIIT workouts, high intensity interval training. So I personally like those because like I said, I'm a sprinter. I like to go like really fast and burn all my energy and then rest and let it recover and then waste my energy and then rest and recover. So I love sprints or any type of interval work because I feel like it's just me, myself, and I that I am competing against. And I'm very competitive and have very competitive nature. So I feel like that really pushes me. So I love HIIT workouts. That is my go-to cardio for my cardio session throughout the week. So another thing that people ask is like, well, how often should I do cardio? Again, it's going to depend on your goals of what you're working towards. For individuals who are looking to just your average person looking for good health and maybe weight loss, you're looking at 3 to 4 times a week mixed in with strength training. Because strength training, if you're doing it properly, can actually get your heart rate up and get you breathing hard, and then it'll lower, and then you do your next set, your heart rate will elevate. So it is a sense, can be cardio as well, but you're actually taxing your muscles and your heart and your lungs. So I would say 3 times a week is like strength training, and then I'll do like 3 days a week of cardio session, and then I'll do 1 day of rest. That is my personal workout schedule. Yours can be different depending on what you're working towards, but I know some people have questions of like, well, how often do I do cardio? Really, it depends. That's just kind of a general rule. So I don't know who else jumped on. It just says iPhone. So the other person on here, hi. I'm not sure who it was. Well, I'm going to wrap this up. It is 5:30 my time. So we are out of time, but thank you ladies for hopping on. And my laptop battery is going to die. So I'm going to take a picture really quick. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, ladies. Thank you so much for hopping on. It was good chatting with you. Have a great week. Bye.